SketchUp is an unusual and quite innovative vector-based 3D CAD modeling tool. That's a bit of a mouthful, but what it says to you is that here's a tool where you design your model in 3D, you work in 3D all the time, and the one you're looking at now is fairly typical of the sort of models you develop with SketchUp. I'm looking here at the front of a two-story house. I have the ability in SketchUp to throw some shadows in, so I can go View and Shadows, and now the fence in here is throwing shadows, and there's a shadow underneath the eaves there, so that's a useful tool. I can simply click View and go to X-ray, and now I'm looking through and into the model. I'll go back to take the X-ray view off, and I'll show you the other feature of this tool that people love, and that's the ability to orbit. And I've chosen the orbit tool now, that's this one up here, and as I hold the left button of the mouse down and I spin, you can see I can move my viewpoint around. I'm going over the top of the adjoining house now and coming to the rear, and you notice I'm zoomed in a long way there. If I roll the wheel of the mouse towards me, I'm zooming out. So I'm now I'm much further out, I'm positioned much further out, and I can again use the orbit tool and move things around to change my perspective. So it's a very intuitive way to work with quite an interesting program. There is a professional version of SketchUp, which those of you in the architectural field would certainly want to use, because it can position you in space. So if you happen to be in a city like Adelaide, you can say it's June and a particular date in June and a certain time of the year, and those shadows will be cast accurately. And for sun studies and courtyards and other areas, and for optimizing energy efficiency in houses, that's going to be a very useful tool. But what we're using here is the free SketchUp tool, the one that is now able to be downloaded from the internet. So I'm just giving you there a very quick look at this tool. You might like to start SketchUp, open up this model, which I've called House 2 Story, and you'll find it in your exercises folder, and perhaps just try and play with it a little to get a feel for how SketchUp works.